The wind carried secrets, whispers of old magic, tales of forgotten realms. In the village of Oakhaven, nestled amidst ancient woods, these whispers were more than stories. They were warnings. Elena, a girl with eyes the color of twilight, listened. She always listened. The wind spoke to her, rustling leaves, swirling dust devils, carrying the scent of rain and something else. Something ancient and powerful. One day, the whispers changed. They spoke of a prophecy, a darkness approaching, and a hero destined to rise. Elena's heart pounded. Could the whispers be talking about her? Elena possessed a gift, one whispered about in hushed tones. From a young age, she had an uncanny connection with the night sky, a bond that was both mysterious and enchanting. She could speak to the stars. It wasn't just a simple act of gazing. It was a deep, soulful conversation that transcended the ordinary. Every night, under the vast, star-dusted canvas of the sky, she would share her hopes, her dreams, and her fears. The stars in turn would twinkle back, as if acknowledging her words. One star, brighter than the others, seemed to listen. It stood out in the night sky, its light more radiant and its presence more profound. It pulsed with a soft silver light, and Elena felt strangely drawn to it. This star was different, almost as if it had a message just for her. She confided in it, revealing the whispers of the wind and the prophecy that haunted her thoughts. The prophecy spoke of a great journey and a destiny intertwined with the stars. "Seek the crystal caves," the star seemed to whisper back, its light shimmering. The caves were said to hold ancient secrets and the key to her destiny. There you will find your destiny. The words echoed in her mind, filling her with a sense of purpose and urgency. With a heart full of trepidation and a sliver of hope, Elena knew what she had to do. The path ahead was uncertain, but the guidance of the stars gave her strength. She would embark on a journey, guided by the whispers of the wind and the light of the silver star. Her adventure was just beginning, and the stars would be her constant companions, lighting her way through the unknown. The village elder, a weathered woman with eyes as old as time, confirmed Elena's fears. The prophecy was real. Her voice, though frail, carried the weight of centuries, echoing the ancient truths that had been passed down through generations. The villagers had always whispered about the prophecy, but now it was no longer a distant legend. It was a living, breathing reality that Elena had to face. A shadow was falling upon the land, draining its life and magic. The once vibrant fields were now withering, and the rivers that once sparkled under the sun were turning murky. The air itself seemed to grow heavier, filled with an oppressive darkness that threatened to snuff out all light and hope. The villagers could feel it in their bones, a chilling presence that whispered of doom. "The silver star has chosen you, Elena," the elder croaked, her voice trembling with age. Her words were both a blessing and a burden, a call to arms that Elena could not ignore. The elder's eyes, though clouded with age, bore into Elena's soul, imparting a sense of urgency and destiny. This was not just a task, it was a sacred duty. "You are the only one who can find the amulet of moonlight hidden deep within the crystal caves." These caves, shrouded in mystery and legend, were said to be a labyrinth of shimmering crystals and treacherous paths. Many had ventured into their depths, but few had returned. The amulet was not just a relic, it was a beacon of hope, a key to salvation. It is the only weapon that can defeat the Shadow King and restore balance to our world. The Shadow King, a malevolent force of darkness, had risen from the depths of forgotten nightmares. His power was growing, feeding off the despair and fear of the land. The amulet, with its ancient magic, was the only thing that could stand against him, a glimmer of light in the encroaching darkness. The weight of the world, it seemed, rested on Elena's young shoulders. She felt the enormity of the task ahead, the lives that depended on her success. Every step she took would be fraught with danger, every decision a potential turning point. The responsibility was immense, almost crushing, but she knew she could not falter. Fear gnawed at her, but a steely determination settled in her heart. She had always been resilient, but this was different. This was a test of her very spirit, a challenge that would push her to her limits. She drew strength from the faces of her loved ones, from the memories of happier times, and from the unwavering belief that she was chosen for a reason. For the sake of her village, for the whispers of the wind, and for the light of the silver star, she would fulfill her destiny. The path ahead was uncertain, filled with perils and unknowns. But Elina knew one thing for sure. She would not walk it alone. The spirit of the village, the wisdom of the elder, and the light of the silver star would guide her. With a deep breath, she set her sights on the horizon, ready to embrace her fate. The path to the crystal caves was fraught with peril. Whispering woods gave way to treacherous mountains and shimmering deserts. Each step was a test of Elina's courage and resolve. Along her journey, she encountered fantastical creatures, both friend and foe. A mischievous wood sprite, giggling amidst the trees, gifted her a cloak of leaves that rendered her invisible. A grumpy but kind-hearted rock giant helped her cross a raging river. Despite the dangers, Elina pressed on, her heart guided by the whispers of the wind and the light of the silver star, now a constant presence in the sky above. The entrance to the crystal caves shimmered like a mirage, casting an ethereal glow that beckoned adventurers from far and wide. Legends spoke of the treasures hidden within, but also of the formidable challenges that awaited those who dared to enter. A towering figure, sculpted from crystal and moonlight, guarded the entrance. This guardian was not just a statue, but a sentinel imbued with ancient magic, standing vigilant against any unworthy intruders. This was the Crystal Guardian, its eyes burning with ancient power. The legend said that its gaze could pierce through the bravest of hearts, discerning their true intentions and worthiness. "Who dares approach the crystal caves?" the Guardian boomed, its voice echoing through the caverns like thunder. The very ground seemed to tremble at its words, a testament to its immense power. "I am Elina," she declared, her voice trembling slightly but filled with determination. She had journeyed far, guided by a purpose that burned brighter than her fear. "The silver star has guided me," she continued, her eyes reflecting the celestial light that had been her beacon through the darkest nights. "I seek the amulet of moonlight to defeat the Shadow King," she proclaimed, her voice gaining strength with each word. This was not just a quest for power, but a mission to save her homeland from an encroaching darkness. The Guardian studied her, its crystal gaze piercing through her very soul. It seemed to weigh her words, her resolve, and her heart. "The amulet is not easily earned," it rumbled, its voice carrying the weight of countless ages. "Many have tried, and many have failed. You must prove yourself worthy," the Guardian declared, setting the stage for the trials that lay ahead. Elina knew that this was just the beginning of her true test. A series of trials awaited Elina, each testing her strength, her endurance, and her willpower. She would have to face physical challenges that pushed her to her limits. Her wit would be tested through intricate puzzles and riddles, each more complex than the last, demanding not just intelligence but also creativity and insight. Only by overcoming these challenges could she prove herself worthy of the amulet's power. It was a journey that would test every facet of her being, but Elina was determined to succeed, for the fate of her world depended on it. The trials were more difficult than Elina could have imagined. She faced illusions, battled creatures of shadow, and solved riddles that twisted her mind. Doubt began to creep into her heart like a venomous snake. Was she truly worthy? Was she strong enough to defeat the Shadow King and save her world? The weight of the prophecy pressed down on her, threatening to crush her spirit. But then she would look up, and the silver star would pulse with a reassuring light. The whispers of the wind would swirl around her, carrying words of encouragement and hope. Elina would find her resolve renewed, her spirit reignited. She would not give up. Deep within the crystal caves, Elina found the amulet of moonlight. It rested on an altar, pulsing with a soft, ethereal glow. As she reached for it, a voice echoed through the chamber, ancient and powerful. "The true power lies not in the amulet, but within you." Elina gasped. She realized then that the trials had not been about proving her worthiness, but about revealing the strength she already possessed. The journey, the whispers of the wind, the guidance of the silver star, they had all led her to this moment, to this realization. With newfound confidence, Elina claimed the amulet. It pulsed warmly in her hand, its power flowing through her. She was ready to face the Shadow King. The battle was fierce. The Shadow King, a being of pure darkness, loomed over Elina, its eyes burning with malice. But Elina stood her ground, the amulet of moonlight blazing in her hand. She fought with the courage of a lion, the wisdom of an owl, and the heart of a true hero. The power within her, awakened by her journey and fueled by her unwavering belief, surged through her, banishing the shadows and restoring light to the land. As the first rays of dawn broke through the darkness, the Shadow King let out a deafening roar and vanished, leaving behind only a wisp of smoke and the echo of its defeat. With the Shadow King vanquished and balance restored, a new era dawned upon the land. The whispers of the wind carried songs of joy and gratitude. The silver star shone brighter than ever, a beacon of hope in the night sky. Elina returned to Oakhaven a hero, but more importantly, she returned as herself. A girl who had faced her fears, embraced her destiny, and discovered the true meaning of courage and belief. The echoes of her adventure would forever linger in the whispers of the wind, reminding all who listened that even in the darkest of times, magic, hope, and the power within can light the way.